through a couple of case studies. There was quite a few case studies I was looking at, but clearly if you can't be here for 5 hours, so I only picked 2, which I think you might find quite interesting. So this particular case study is it's an ROV application. It's for a customer called CRE up in Aberdeen. Some of you may actually know them. CRE came to Martec and tasked us to design a bespoke high-pressure feed-through for a certified manned submersible, Triton submersibles. It had to withstand very, very high pressures. So the expedition made dives to the deepest points in the Atlantic, Southern Indian, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. They set a new depth record for the Mariana Trench. This was the very first time a manned vehicle had been to the bottom of the Java, Puerto Rico, and South Sandwich trenches. During the expedition, excuse me, the sub made dives on a number of sites of scientific or historical interest, including the very first dive in 14 years on the Titanic wreck in the Atlantic. So this was something that was on the news a couple of years ago. Some of you may actually have seen it. But this was something Martec was super proud of having a connector on one of these Triton submersible, exploring for the first time ever. For the first time in 14 years, Titanic. Now, how we came back to how this came about? Martec Expertise offered a custom design of this glass to metal seal feed-through. Extremely harsh, hostile environment, needed to withstand very, very high pressure. It needed to withstand 35,000 psi maximum pressure. But for a operational continuous pressure, it withstands 25,500 psi. That still is incredibly high. I mean, your normal connector, you're looking at 8,000. That's kind of like the very high number already. The leak rate on this part, on this particular part, is 1 × 10⁻⁸ helium of seconds per second, and I went blank. Oh, the pins that we were able to use 19 pin contacts with 19mm diameter. And one of the things to mention here was the material choices. So the material choice was Inconel nickel chromium alloy 625 housing, which is not something that you would do on a regular basis. So we were quite excited to use special material as well.